I guess we haven't tested the microphone yet, so let's check that out. Hello, everyone, and welcome, everyone. My name is Matt Williams. I want to quickly introduce the Executive Director of the Minnesota All Sports Alliance, Lauren Feldkamp, who will do a short invocation for us.
Okay, welcome everybody to the 42nd Annual Mr. Hockey Awards. Join me in a quick invocation and then we'll get rolling with the program. God, thank you for allowing us to gather and celebrate the achievements of these outstanding athletes today. Please be with our friend David LeVake and all the other people in our lives that need help from your healing powers and your guidance in their lives. Bless this meal that we will share today and the banquet that we will all enjoy. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, back to Matt Williams, people.
Thank you, Lauren. Lauren and I have been part of what was once named the Minutemen, which was started in the late 50s. And he and I have been involved in the club since the 1990s, late 90s. And so if those who don't know, the Minnesota All Sports Alliance was responsible, when it was the Minutemen, to bring professional sports back to Minnesota. We had lost the Lakers because, you know, there's so many lakes in LA. And we didn't have a pro team. And so when this group of businessmen got together in the 50s, they created enough they sold government bonds, and they got the Met Stadium built. And so they were formed as the Minutemen in those days, and then we eventually changed the name in 2010 to the Minnesota All Sports Alliance to make it a little bit more inclusive, and we also welcomed women into our group at that time, and fortunate for having them. And so today, we are not as much affiliated with pro sports. We're more about seeding the arena for really what's in the community. Mr. Baseball, Miss Softball, we put on the Mr. and Miss Lacrosse, and we actually even started Miss Hockey, which we relinquished in the 90s to Let's Play Hockey. And they've done a great job with it. And I just want to make sure when we share about what our initiatives are and what we're looking for with through the MASA, which is how we name it, it's really about promoting the goodwill through sports. And we're looking today at all the wonderful talent up here, and we're going to get a chance to celebrate them, and we're going to get a chance to acknowledge all of their accolades. But it's really you. It was all of you who helped develop and build these individuals up here, and your importance in their life. So I just want to thank you for that. As we look at all of the other reasons why we're here today, the Minnesota Sports Alliance did not vote. We are not the voting panel for who determining who is up here. We looked at pro scouts, we looked at college coaches, and their expertise, their familiarity with Minnesota sports, because ultimately they know hockey and they know our players better than we do. And we are really more just putting on this banquet for everybody here. So want to make sure that's understood. And as we continue to promote sports in the communities, I would just want to thank all the sponsors on your placemat. I want to thank the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild have helped us put this event on for as many years as they've been here. We've started Mr. Hockey in 1985, and with the help of the Minnesota Wild, we've continued to be able to grow this awards banquet. And I just want to thank all the way down from Matt Maka to Wayne Peterson, who you'll hear from a little bit later, and just the entire organization. They care about Minnesota sports. They've been uniting us to help us bring the full spectrum of community back to making sure hockey is continuously promoted in the state. And I just really want to thank them. And so if you don't mind doing the same, I appreciate that. And lastly, there are a number of people that too I would want to recognize, as we really spend time getting the, in lieu of getting all the, I'll have everybody else talk about how the other players and all the successes that they've had, but I want to just make sure I recognize the committee. I'm the president of the Minnesota Sports Alliance, but ultimately it's people like Lauren, people like Marty Mealy, who's not here, but puts on this banquet every year. They're the real doers behind this event, but I would be mistaken if I didn't recognize one person in particular, and her name is Nicole Curtis. And if Nicole, would you please stand up? Nicole, you've been the catalyst for all of our banquets. You've really helped continue building this group. And not only do we work together in our careers, but ultimately what you've been able to do to help support our group and really bring women into the club. I just want to really commend you for that. So thank you, Nicole. And lastly, another fantastic woman who we're going to hear from today, and Katie Storm. I want to introduce her. Katie is a 3-sport high school athlete. She even walked on for basketball in Hawaii when she was in college there. And she's a graduate of St. Cloud University, and she's the first woman to win the Jim Nantz Award. She has covered major leagues, including the NHL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the NFL. Today she's back home covering the Minnesota Wild and other Minnesota teams for FanDuel Sports. And she's an amazing mom. She's bringing fans closer to the game through her storytelling and insight, and I'd like everyone to welcome Katie Storm to the program.
Thank you, Matt. Such a lovely introduction. Yeah, once again, hi everyone. I'm Katie Storm. Grew up in Minnesota in the west suburbs, actually right in Delano. This is always so fun for me to be here year after year. As Matt mentioned, I currently am a broadcaster for the Wild on FanDuel Sports Network. It worked out today where the game's on national TV. So again, happy to be here because it's all about these incredible young individuals. We're going to honor them, all their hard work that it took to get them here. And my job today is going to be having fun. We're going to bring out some fun stories, some fun facts, get to learn a little bit more about them. Before we get there, I would, of course, love to introduce someone else that's just as incredible, Jamie Langenbrunner. Jamie is a Cloquet native. He appeared in 1,000 NHL games, won the Stanley Cup twice with the Dallas Stars and the New Jersey Devils, and most notably was a captain for Team USA at the 2010 Winter Olympics in Vancouver. Please welcome Jamie.
Unfortunately, I need these now. It's been a while. I was asked to do this, and I was trying to figure out what the heck I was going to talk about. I'm a hockey player. I'm not a public speaker. I'm not a businessman. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm going to talk about what my journey was like being a Minnesota kid, growing up playing here. What hockey for me is about, and I think watching the Olympics really brought this home, is about a community and about a unity. You get the opportunity to play with your friends. Yes, we all put on the skates wanting to become the next great player, the next Brock Nelson, the next TJ Oshie. Yes, it's going to happen for somebody in this room. But for the most of us, it's not. But that doesn't mean the game has a negative connotation to it. That doesn't mean you're not learning something from it. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what we can do to bring this community closer as a group. I was approached by a man named Steve Bama, who is the locker room attendant for the visiting team in the NHL and for the Minnesota Wild. I'd met him through the years, and he approached me about becoming part of the Minnesota Hockey Hall of Fame. I didn't really know much about Steve other than that, but I saw the passion with him, so I listened to him. I then went and met Natalie Darwitz and Kelly Paradise and all these people that are pushing to build this thing as a place for us to celebrate what this game is. There's plenty of negative that comes around in sports. But really, hockey is about the community. So I think it's no coincidence that Moorhead is back-to-back state champions at the AA level. Matty Cullen, who's been a part of numerous championships, has been through the adversities that this game can bring, whether it was being waived by the New York Rangers in 2006 to becoming a 3-time Stanley Cup champion after that and one of the greatest leaders in the game, brought those lessons that he learned back to Moorhead, built the community, and helped get them over that hump and become a beacon of what hockey can be in this, not just for the star players that they've got, but for everybody. Josh Arnold, a guy I played with way back in the early 90s, still a part of that program. At a different level, not at the Matty Cullen level of stardom of hockey, but stardom in a different part, sees a different part of what building a community is. And I hope that we can figure a way with our community and with the Hockey Hall of Fame to bridge some of these gaps and build that, because I think all of us are wanting that. Those are my thoughts from last night. Now I'll give my real speech. Sorry about that. When Natalie asked me to speak at the Mr. Hockey Banquet, my first thought was no. I'm really not comfortable in public speaking. I have the trade deadline all week in Boston, but have to rush back last night on a flight. My mind gave me all the excuses I need to not allow it. But what I've learned in this life's journey about myself is leaning into those uncomfortable moments is where I receive the greatest benefit and growth within myself. I look at hockey very differently today than I did when I first put on the skates in International Falls, Minnesota. It feels like a couple lifetimes ago. Back then, the game was simple. It was pure joy. I couldn't wait to get on the ice, and someone usually had to drag me off. I remember one night my parents were trying to get me off the rink. It was about 20 below, because that's what International Falls is in the winter. It was completely dark, and my dad finally said, "All right, you have 5 more minutes." 45 minutes later, he came back out and said, that was 5 minutes in hockey time. I think every parent here probably knows exactly what that means. When I became a parent myself, I got to see the other side of it. I remember driving home with my youngest son, Mason, from a game. I was the coach of their team at that time. And I started giving him a little breakdown of the game, what went well and what he could have done differently. About halfway through my spiel on the game, I was probably partway through the first period, he looked at me and he said, "Dad, can we just talk about something else?" That was a pretty good reminder that sometimes the best thing a parent can do after a game is just be a parent. But somewhere along the line, the other side of sports can creep in. Maybe it's the coach who yelled at you. Maybe it's the game that didn't go your way. Tate, I feel for you today. This is a tough day to be up here, you know? You're chasing your goal, all of you, but especially for Tate, you're that close. You're in that championship game. You can now feel it. Let's support Tate. Let's celebrate the winners of this, but these guys have chased a dream and it's just gonna fall short. That doesn't mean anything, guys, in the big career. There's only gonna be one winner here tonight. There's only one winner in the state tournament. That's not the end of your hockey journey. Maybe it's a stretch where nothing seems to be working and you're not playing well. Maybe further on in your guys' career, you're gonna get traded. Those things are all part of the hockey journey. But I've learned something. When I choose to focus on those negatives, the joy of the game disappears. So my challenge tonight to the players here, and honestly to myself, is I'm still blessed to be involved in this game in many areas. When the obstacles come, and they will, work at remembering what this game is really about. Remember why you're willing to travel to all those tournaments. Remember the early morning practices. Remember the hours in the gym. Remember the nights on the outdoor rink when it was freezing, but you just didn't care. You did it because you love the game, because there's something special about walking into the rink. The smell of the ice, the sound of skates cutting the surface, the friendships in the locker room. The feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself. Hockey has a way of shaping people. It teaches you how to work, how to sacrifice for your teammates, how to deal with adversity, and how to get back up when things don't go your way. Those lessons stay with you long after the final whistle of your last game. For most players, hockey won't last forever. but those friendships will. The memories will, and the lessons you learn from this game absolutely will. So enjoy it. Enjoy the practices. Enjoy the bus rides. Enjoy the teammates sitting next to you right now, because one day you'll look back and realize those were the moments that actually mattered most. And if you keep the joy in the game, if you keep the love of hockey that you had the first time you stepped on the ice, then no matter where the game takes you, from the youth to juniors to college, maybe even beyond, you've already won. To all of you, congrats on this accomplishment. It is quite an honor to be recognized as one of the top 10 finalists in this state. There's a lot of players that would be jumping over hoops to be sitting up with you here with you. And to you three goalies, you know how hard that position is. You're on an island by yourself each and every night. Everyone in the arena gets to see when that puck goes in. Even the grandmother that knows nothing about hockey knows when a goalie lets in a bad goal. But you guys find a way to deal with that pressure. We have a real gift in this state of having a place to celebrate our great game and celebrate our youth programs with the ultimate accomplishment of playing in this beautiful arena in front of a sold-out building every year in March. I had the fortune of playing in it in 1992 and 1993. The building actually might have been right here then. And I came back for the first time and saw it in about 2014 or 15, since the time I had played it, because I'd been gone for playing hockey. And it was still the same joy. You saw the same passion. You saw the same love for the game. Let's not lose that. Minnesota does it better than anyone else. I've lived in New Jersey. I've lived in St. Louis. I've lived in Boston. We do it better. We give opportunities to players. Yes, there will be times, like myself, it was time to move on from Minnesota hockey and try the next challenge. That is not an indictment on a program or what we're doing. Some players develop at a pace that's faster than others and need the next challenge. But listen to the people that know. Ask the Matt Cullens of the world, what's truly best for my son? Matt's going to do what's best for these kids. I'm going to do what's best for these kids because I like to see these guys accomplish what they are. And sometimes just staying at home, playing with your buddies is the best thing you can give them. It's not a race. There's many ways to get to your goal. And the end goal just needs to be loving the game. Thank you for letting me do this. And again, congrats to all of you.
Sure, yep. Thank you so much, Jamie. Very well said there. Now we're going to get into introducing all Mr. Hockey and Frank Brimsek Award finalists. Before I interview each and every one of them, we want to give them their own moment. With that, I'd love to start by honoring from Moorhead, Tyden Bergeson. Please give him a round of applause for being up here. From St. Thomas Academy, Cole Brandhausen. From Holy Angels, Cole Cheeseman. From Rogers, Brock Cheslock. From Blake, Joe Erickson. From Delano, Daniel Hallinan. From Edina, Tucker Johnson. From Rogers, Jaden Kurtz. Moorhead, Brandon Mickelson. And the last Mr. Hockey finalist from Hibbing, Tate Swanson. Yeah. Now for our Frank Brimsek finalist from Rogers, Tyler Bacon. From Hermantown, Bryce Francisco. And from Minnetonka, Chase Jurdy. Lots of applause there. Congratulations once again, you guys, for being here. We know it takes a lot of hard work, and we're looking forward to honoring you all throughout this afternoon. I mentioned interviews to get to learn a little bit more about each and every one of you, and to kick things off, I'd love to welcome Tyden Bergeson from Moorhead. Come on up, Tyden. Each finalist, you'll be presented with your plaque here from Lauren as you arrive. All right, fun questions. First off, I wanted to ask about your favorite hockey memory. Had to be an unreal experience last night. Just tell me what the last several hours have been like for you.
I mean, not a lot of sleep, but, just having fun with the guys, just being around them for one last time, it was just an amazing experience.
And I like this story about you. First year of Pee Wee's, you made the B team. And Tyden, you weren't very happy about it. You were really disappointed, and you did something to help your emotions. What did you do?
I just want to go to the rink and skate. I just loved being at the rink, even if it was just by myself. So just go to the rink and skate.
And first hockey player in your family, right? How did
Yep.
that come about?
I think the Olympics were on when I was like 6 years old or something. I was just glued to the TV watching it. So I just kind of fell in love with the game then.
A couple more plans for next year.
Play junior hockey again, wherever that may be, but just, play junior hockey.
And lastly, Tyden, who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank, my family, my mom, my dad, especially my brother too, Tate.
Tyden's family, everyone, dad, where are you at? Is your coach here today too?
Yeah, Coach Ammerman's back there.
Awesome. Congratulations, Tyden. Thank you so much. Next up, Cole Braunhausen from St. Thomas Academy. Where's the... I'm going to actually have you stand up. All right, Cole. Is this on? I think it's on. Here we go. Cole, I love this story. You once forgot your shoulder pads to an away game, and you had to get resourceful. Can you tell the crowd about this story and how it played out?
Yeah, so we were in an away game. I forgot my shoulder pads, and instead of confronting my dad and making him turn around and go get them, I had to resort to the lost and found. So I picked up some shoulder pads from Lost and Found, put them on, played the game. We probably won that game, but in the car ride back, my dad's like, "Hey, man, your shoulders, you look big out there. You get new shoulder pads on." I had to die with the lie, so I was like, "Nah, these are the same ones I've had." I thought I was smooth and kind of was successful, and then got back to the house, and my dad was like, "Hey, can you show me your shoulder pads?" And so I pulled my bag out, and I think they must have got legs and walked away because they weren't in there.
I like it. I like it. You battled through it. You made it happen.
Yeah.
With your celly, the bow and arrow, love that. How did that come about for you?
Yeah, we, St. Thomas, we kind of practice our cellies. It's kind of embarrassing, but we had a group of guys that kind of go in the shooting room and, we imagine, scoring big-time goals and then kind of practicing our cellies so we don't look too ridiculous when it happens. So, that was one that's just kind of I've practiced for a while, I guess you could say, and I guess it just came to flourish.
If it works, why
Yeah.
not? Hockey players, nothing new, and you like to eat the same meals on game days, so that's what you like to do from breakfast to lunch, snacks in between, but I found this interesting. Beet juice. You like to drink beet juice as well.
I wouldn't say I like to drink beet juice. I think it's more something that Ted, our nutritionist over there, has got a lot of the guys doing, and he calls it his little cheat code. So I started my junior year. I saw the kind of the stuff that comes from it and the benefits. So kind of battled through kind of the taste and all that stuff, and yeah.
Love it, Cole. What are your plans for next year?
I'm gonna go play hockey with the Lincoln Stars.
Awesome. And who would you like to thank today?
I'd first like to thank God, my family members sitting over there, Coach Hammy, Coach Murph, Coach Strobes, Teddy, and then the 19 other guys that went to battle with me every day. Can't thank you guys enough.
Cole's family, somewhere over there, I would assume. There they are. A round of applause. Congratulations once again, Cole.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, next up, Cole Cheeseman from Holy Angels. Come on up. Cole, I like your game day routine. You like to tape your stick at home. Is that correct?
Yeah, before practices and games, I honestly don't think I've taped my stick at the rink in my 4 years of being at Holy Angels.
So yeah, it just started one day, and you had a good game that night, or how did that work where you wanted it to stick?
Honestly, I think my dad used to tape my stick when I was little, and he obviously was doing it at home, and I just thought, why not keep it going? So I've been taping it at home for a while now.
And I understand you've always been a good skater, especially at flying around. You got the speed, but the stopping didn't always come for you early on. You would just run into the boards, run into friends. Is that what you did to kind of learn how to stop, or tell me how that happened for you?
Yeah, I don't think I could stop until maybe right after mites. So even when I was in mites, I was kind of just flying around, wheeling. And I could always skate pretty fast early on, so my dad said he'll learn to stop eventually. So I was just full speed, no brakes.
I love it. I love it. It worked in the end. And lastly, you're multi-talented, of course, with hockey, but also with music. You play the ukulele. Any other instruments?
No, just the ukulele. I actually picked it up this hockey season. One of my teammates, his mom gave me their old one, so I've been doing that this year.
I love it. Very cool. What are your plans for next year?
I'll be playing junior hockey somewhere. Not sure where yet, but it'll be somewhere.
And who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank God first, my parents, my head coach, Pat Griswold, and all the other staff here, and all the other parents and my teammates who have just made this special. So.
All right. Your family, I'm sure, right here in the front. Okay, there they are. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you again for being here. Next up, Brock Cheslock from Rogers. Come on up. Hi, Brock. Growing up, you loved to play street hockey with your brother and his buddies, but kind of unfortunate you're the youngest one. Maybe not so unfortunate, though, because you faced adversity early. You were always put in net. You had to wear the pads, and you had to take the hardest shots that you could from them, correct?
Yeah, I was always wanting to play, and they're like, if you want to play, you got to play goalie. We need a goalie, so I always got tossed in there.
It's good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, taught you a couple things, made you better. You're an outdoors guy, too. You like to hunt, right?
Yeah, love to hunt.
What's your favorite thing to hunt? Just everything, or?
Yeah, I gotta say deer hunting, but got into duck hunting this year, so that was fun. Shout out the guys I hunt with. It's awesome. Make a lot of memories, and it's been awesome.
You got a good duck call? You don't
No,
you need the instrument, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm just there to try and kill birds, but other than that, I'm not much of a caller.
What is your go-to pregame meal?
Usually my dad makes chicken parm the night before, so that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice. Dad's in on it, helps you out. What are your plans for next year?
Yeah, play junior hockey wherever that may be.
And who do you like to thank today?
Oh yeah, my family, the support system I have is unbelievable. Can't say thank you enough. And then coaches, and then obviously the guys. Wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you.
Brock's family and his dad, shout out to the chicken parm night before. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Congrats.
thank you.
Next up, Joe Erickson from Blake. This was a fun story. You went out to eat before a championship game once, and you were at a restaurant with that punching bag game machine, and you went a little too hard on it. Tell me about that story and how it played out.
Yeah, some of the Machine Orange boys out there might know this one unless I was too embarrassed to say it, but I asked my dad for money to play this stupid punching bag game, and he tells me not to do it. We have a championship game in a few hours, and of course, little kid me uses the money to play the stupid game, and a few days later, I end up not being able to open a bag of popcorn because my wrist hurts so bad. And then we figured out I actually fractured my wrist, so I was in a cast for like 2 months.
Shoot. At least we've healed since then. Learned a lesson there, I'm sure. But you're a collector, too. Sports cards?
Yeah, I love collecting sports cards and wasting all my money on it. I mean, I don't have enough money to spend, but every single dollar I make goes right to sports cards, and it's honestly unhealthy, and my parents hate it, but I still do it.
If you like something, you may as well stick with it. You also like golf, though, too, right? I mean, you like to golf?
I would say yes, I like golf, but I'm very bad at golf, as some of my buddies may know. It's always been a hobby of mine, though. Again, I'm a big spender, so I spend all my money at the courses and collecting all those sports cards.
And you spend a lot of your money, I'm sure, on Arctic Vibe Celsius that you like to drink after warm-ups?
Yeah, I think pregame tradition, I'm always drinking an Arctic Vibe Celsius. all the boys on my team know that, and they respect it. And if I forget my Arctic 5 Celsius one day, I make one of them go to a gas station and grab it for me, because if I don't get that Celsius in me, I'm going to play terrible.
You would never go get it. Your teammates have to.
No, I would get it, but sometimes I would forget because I had to get to the rink early and sharpen my blades or something. So
It's a process.
Yes.
It's a process. I love it. Well, what are your plans for next year?
headed out to Chicago in 2 days for the Chicago Steel, hoping to play on the Steel next year. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And Joe, who would you like to thank?
I would like to thank my parents most of all for supporting me throughout my high school journey. I would like to thank both pairs of grandparents that are here today for being at almost every one of my games. I would like to thank all of the captains who showed up today: Landon Bell, Jimmy Hughes, Max Vinar, and Eli Crosby. And additionally, I would like to thank JT Wyman for being here. He's been really influential throughout my high school career.
I love it. Thank you so much, Joe. Congratulations. Next up, Daniel Hallinan from Delano. Come on up. Daniel, fun fact about you, you're from a family of 11 kids, 6 brothers, 4 sisters. Tell us what that was like growing up.
Yeah, it was unreal. I mean, I wouldn't be here without their support, and I mean all the late nights on the outdoor rink and just competing in the basement, whether it's mini sticks or even basketball. It just gave me my worth ethic, and yeah, it was unreal growing up with all them.
You mentioned the outdoor rink. You and your brother Lance, you had some memories there. For Lance, wasn't really a great memory when you first started. Tell us about that story.
Yeah, so me and Lance, which is he's a sophomore at Delano this year, and we thought it'd be a good idea to go full gear on the outdoor rink, and so we went downstairs, got all our gear on, and went out there, and it didn't last over 5 minutes. He came through the middle, and I laid him out with an open ice hit, and then that was the end of it.
Is what it is. Brotherly love, right?
Yeah.
You like to keep it simple. Not a lot of pregame superstitions, routines. How does that work for you? Just keeping it simple, just like that hockey saying goes.
Yeah, no, I don't really have any superstitions or pregame meals. I just go with the flow.
And what are your plans for next year, Daniel?
Next year, I just plan on playing junior hockey for probably 2 years, and then going to play Michigan Tech.
And who would you like to thank today?
I'd like to thank my parents for sure, and then all my coaches, and then my family that's not here today.
All right, Daniel, congratulations. Thank you. Next up, Tucker Johnson from Edina. Come on up. Tucker, every game day for hockey games, you actually like to play basketball, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I'll play basketball with our teammate Wyatt Spindler, so he's not very good.
When did this start? Has this been a thing for a while?
It started this year, actually, so it's a good warm-up before the game.
Love it. What's a fun fact about you that not a lot of people know?
I'm actually, Ricky Fowler's my cousin-in-law,
Cousin-in-law.
so it's pretty cool.
Very cool. Crazy time during COVID. You made some good memories, though, during that, especially on the outdoor pond, was it?
Yeah.
Tell me about the way that you guys kind of battled every single day, getting out there and playing the game you love.
Yeah, when we got our 6-week COVID shutdown, we go out there and play a bunch of pond with our teammates and tear it up.
Yeah, it turned out to be great memories, I'm sure. What are your plans for next year?
I'll play junior hockey, wherever that may be. So.
Awesome. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my family, my parents, teammates, and just all my coaches. Couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah, shout out to Tucker's family here today and coaches. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Tucker. Next up, Jaden Kurtz from Rogers. Please come on up. Jaden, this is probably one of the funniest stories I got to read about. You and your Bantam team went to Buffalo Wild Wings before a huge game. Tell the crowd more about what you guys ordered at the table and how it played out down the stretch.
Yeah, it was. We had a game before. I think we won that one, but we had a game after, and we went to Buffalo Wild Wings. And our coach, Isaac Fondrick, who's our assistant, told us to eat some good food. I think our whole team ordered cheese curds, and then we lost like 7-2. So.
What did the coach say when he came in the locker room?
Yeah, he asked how those cheese curds were, and I don't think we said anything.
I love it. All right, game day routine. You eat Subway, not cheese curds. You eat Subway, and you take a nap. What's on the sub for Subway?
I keep it pretty simple. I get chicken, bacon, American cheese, and mayo. That's it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. There we go. We know it works. You like to play golf, pickleball, basketball. How good of a pickleball player would you say you are?
I'd say I'm pretty good. I think Gerd said he was good last year, but I beat him 11-5, so I don't think he's that good.
I love it. There we go. What are your plans for next year?
Play junior hockey with the Chicago Steel.
And who do you like to thank?
My parents, the early mornings and late nights, paying for all the equipment, all that, coaches, and my teammates. Couldn't have done it without you boys.
Awesome. Thank you, Jaden. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's your plaque. All right, next up, Brandon Mickelson from Moorhead. Come on up. All right, Brandon, as far as favorite hockey memories, where does last night rank for you?
I think it was probably better than last year. It was obviously a super fun game. Minnetonka was a really good team, and yeah, that was awesome.
Fun. Yeah, what do you like to do for a pregame routine?
I have a Celsius too, and then I just stretch and have fun with my teammates.
Was it the same flavor? What's the Celsius? I know there's so many different flavors. Or Arctic? What was it?
I do have the Arctic, yeah.
Okay. That's the go-to for hockey players to be good, I guess. Very cool. In your celly, I know you can do a backflip on flat ground, right? I know that'd be kind of hard. There's a figure skater that can do a backflip on skates, but I assume that'd be pretty hard. But what is your celly after goals?
Probably any one-knee celly. Just pretty much do anything I can think of.
That comes to mind in the moment, the excitement. I love it. What are your plans for next year?
I'm going back to play with the Wenatchee Wild.
Okay. And who do you like to thank today?
I'd like to thank my coaches, my teammates, all my family that's here, and yeah.
Brandon, congratulations. Thank you. Our final Mr. Hockey finalist, come on up. Tate Swanson from Hibbing. A lot of hockey memories for you throughout your career so far, especially even this season. What's one of your favorite memories, would you say?
One of my favorite memories has got to be playing at the Grand Casino Arena. It's what you dream about as a kid. We're getting to represent your city, and had some great support from all the people in Hibbing came to come watch.
For you, no pregame superstitions, no big game day routines, but you do like to listen to Taylor Swift, is that right? Enchanted, maybe?
Yeah. Like white girl music is that what people call it? Big thing in our locker room, and that's what's on most of the time, and I just kind of vibe with it.
I love the white girl music. That's great. What's your what's your go-to celly? What do you like to do?
I don't really have a go-to celly. I just kind of do what other people do because it's cool, and really don't just come up with anything original and just kind of copy people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. What are your plans for next year?
Plans for next year is to play junior hockey, undecided where, but somewhere.
And who do you like to thank?
I'd like to thank God, my coaches, teammates that are here, and my parents, my brother, and anyone who brought me to where I am today.
Love it. Tate Swanson, thank you so much. Congratulations. All right. A lot of fun stuff. There's our Mr. Hockey finalists, and now time for the Frank Brimsek finalists. To start us off, Tyler Bacon of Rogers. Please come on up. The first time you tried skating, you didn't like it too much. You fell, you didn't want to go back, but you eventually did go back, and thank goodness you did.
Yeah, so first time I skated, I put the skates on. I remember stepped on the ice, fell as soon as I got on the ice. And I started crying, and then never wanted to try it again. And then I actually tried it again like a year later, and then I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and it worked out for sure. You also like to listen to Taylor Swift on game days, is that right?
Yeah, I have a lot of Taylor Swift songs on my playlist currently.
I love it. Goalies like to do their own thing. I mean, what's a pregame superstition or routine you like to do?
I like playing two-touch with Vaughn and Abby over there, and then I just play two-touch with the boys, actually.
Good. What are your plans for next year, Tyler?
I'm kind of undecided, but it'll be junior somewhere.
And lastly, who would you like to thank today?
I'd like to thank God, the coaches, all the coaching staff, my teammates, and then lastly, my parents.
Thank you, Tyler. Congratulations. Tyler Bacon. Next up, Bryce Francisco from Hermantown coming up. Bryce, you kind of had a tough memory playing in AAA. Your team was up 17-0. You went to play the puck, and then what happened?
Yeah, we were out in Bismarck, North Dakota in a AAA tournament, and we were up 17-0, and I went out to the top of the circles to play the puck, and I whiffed on it, and it went 5-hole.
The only shot of the game, correct?
Yes, that was the only shot of the game.
Shoot. What's your pregame meal?
I try to go with a sub. I mean, I recently in Bismarck, North Dakota, I've been playing for the Bobcats, and I went to this new sub place called Witch, and I've been eating that before every single game. It's great.
And you like to keep the sub simple, or what do you got?
No, I actually do a lot of stuff. Like, I usually go with the BMT and put a whole bunch of sauces on it and, like, all the vegetables. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Good. What would people be surprised to learn about you?
I have really awful eyesight, being a goalie.
Okay. I wouldn't think with how good you are in net, but very cool. Okay. What are your plans for next year?
Play for either the Bismarck Bobcats or the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders.
And lastly, who do you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my family for coming out, my coaches for supporting me, and my teammates Mick Martelock and Gabe Swenson.
Thank you, Bryce. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, last from Minnetonka, Chase Dirty, coming up. Chase, congratulations. What's a funny story that comes to mind from your childhood playing days?
So when I started playing goalie, my dad didn't really want me to start, so he had me play another year player, but I go play for another team as like a backup goalie or like a practice goalie for like a bunch of other teams. And so, I mean, he waited until after that season. If I liked it enough, then he'd let me play.
You knew you liked it enough from there.
I definitely did like it enough. I just had to prove it to him that I did. So
Good. This one's unique. If you're playing good throughout a stretch of games, you won't shave your face. Is that correct?
right. I mean, you can see it right now. I don't know if you can, but I mean, it's getting pretty long, and I gotta get rid of it here. So.
What's a pregame song for you? You like to listen to music, or?
Yeah, I mean, in the locker room, it's pretty loose music. Usually, kind of keep it light, but yeah, like kind of piggybacking off them. We like white girl music a lot, so.
Interesting. I love that. Taylor Swift. It works.
Yeah.
What is your plan for next year?
Undecided yet, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who do you like to thank today?
Definitely my parents to start off, coaches for sure, and then all these guys over here. Couldn't have done it without you boys.
Love it. Thank you so much, Chase. Thank you. Let's give one more round of applause for all of these finalists. Incredible stuff. It's fun to learn more about them, the people that they are behind the equipment. Well, now time to announce the AA and Single A High School Coaches of the Year. With that, I would like to introduce the current coach of East Ridge and also the president of the Minnesota High School Coaches Association, Dustin Volgagasing. Welcome, Dustin.
All right, on behalf of the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association, and that's 156 schools, the head coaches, assistant coaches, I'd like to welcome everybody here to the Mr. Hockey Banquet. To those players who chose to come back and play their senior year, play for their community, for their family, their school, most importantly, their friends. It's a big deal for our best players to be playing in our high school league. And on behalf of the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association, thank you for all coming back. I'm here to introduce the Class AA Head Coaches of the Year. But before I do, and if you were at the AA banquet, you've heard this, but I'm going to do it again because there's new faces that haven't. But before, what I want to do is I want to read you a quote from Kirby Smart, the head football coach at the University of Georgia, regarding leadership. And I think it fits perfectly within our two winners and the rest of our coaches across the state. Kirby Smart said, "I think anyone can tell you the benefits of great leaders. Anybody can tell you what it looks like. They can tell you what leadership can do for you. They can tell you how to develop leadership. There are tons of books written about it, how to be a great leader. But what you won't see, and what you'll never see, is the people talk about the costs of leadership. If we truly want to be honest and upfront about leadership, you can't ignore the costs. And great leaders accept these costs. Number one, you will have to make difficult decisions that negatively affect people you care about. Number two, you will be disliked despite your best attempts to do the best for the most. And number three, you will be misunderstood and won't always have the opportunity to defend yourself. Players, parents, administrators, please know that our coaches love your kids. We want to give them everything they're dreaming of. We spend hours at the rink, before and after practice and games, away from our families to coach yours. We will make mistakes. Everybody does. We're not perfect. But know it comes from a place of love and trying to figure out what to do best for the most. Our Class A Coach of the Year, Mankato West, Nate Olson. Coach Olson is in his 5th season at Mankato West with a 29-2 record and a consolation championship at the Class A state tournament. Congratulations. And I'm super excited to announce this one. It's probably one of my best friends in coaching. So very proud of him. The Class AA Coach of the Year from Rosemont High School, Ricky Sainty. Coach Sainty is in his 9th season behind the bench at Rosemont and has finished this year with a 25-5-1 record and a 3rd place finish in this year's state tournament. Congratulations to these outstanding and well-deserved coaches, and thank you for the Mr. Hockey Committee for allowing us to showcase these 2 head coaches on this stage. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to our Coaches of the Year. I now would love to introduce the Minnesota Wild Director of Community Relations and Hockey Partnerships, Wayne Peterson. Wayne is working, of course, with the Wild. He's responsible for all teams' high school and youth hockey programming, including the Little Wild Learn to Play program, Learn to Skate, youth hockey referee clinics and seminars, leadership summits, girls hockey weekend, and, of course, Hockey Day Minnesota. Please welcome Wayne.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to St. Paul and our campus here at the Minnesota Wild. We have great attendance here again today, and we had great attendance at the tournament this past 4 days. And in fact, if you haven't heard, we set an all-time tournament record for attendance, which speaks volumes about hockey in Minnesota. So let's recognize that, huh? Great. Great crowd at the Class A championship game and a SRO crowd for the AA championship game, so that was a lot of fun to see. I'm going to date myself here, but how many of you remember the name of the late, great sportscaster Jim McKay? Come on. Okay, people, there you go. Thank you. I got people up here as old as... Anyway, Jim was known for saying these famous words, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Do you remember those words? And those words were on full display yesterday. I had the pleasure of being on the ice for the trophy presentations, and you saw on one side the thrill of victory, and on the other side the agony and defeat. It was for both games. Players played their hearts out, and there was a winning team and a losing team. But as Jamie said, just because you didn't win doesn't mean your hockey dreams, your hockey careers are over. But it was so fun to see. It was so fun to see a packed house. And congratulations to all the teams that not only made it to the championship games, but also that made it to the tournament. We at the Minnesota Wild have 2 missions. First mission is to create a greater state of hockey. And we do that in a number of ways, but a big way we do that is by supporting high school hockey, both girls and boys. We financially support the tournament banquets. We enhance the game ops experience. So I think there's been a lot of positive feedback about the atmosphere inside Grand Casino Arena. And then, of course, we support the Mr. and Ms. Hockey banquets. Our second mission is to win the Stanley Cup. And I'm liking our chances this year more than ever. Would you guys agree? All right. And you'll have to forgive me if I'm looking at my phone, depending on what time this ends, but we have a pretty big game at 1 o'clock against Colorado. So go Wild. And also on behalf of the Wild, I want to say 2 things to all of our finalists up here. One is, obviously, congratulations. And 2 is thank you. Thank you for choosing to stay home and play with your high school teams, playing for your communities, playing with your buddies, playing in front of your families and friends. All of you, I'm sure, had other options to go elsewhere. Now, Minnesota is known as a state of hockey, and for many reasons. But one big reason is because of high school hockey in Minnesota, and high school hockey in Minnesota isn't nearly as good without people like you. So thank you for sticking around, playing for your communities and playing for your high schools. And I will say this, so in just a moment we will be announcing the Mr. Hockey and the Frank Brimsek Award winners. Each winner will be invited to come back to the Wild Maple Leafs game on Sunday, March 15th, so 2 weeks from today, to make the Let's Play Hockey call. So I'm hoping, I know some of you have plans, I don't know if, but hoping our 2 winners can make it. You'll be joined by the Miss Hockey winner and the senior goalie for girls hockey too. So again, thank you so much for everything you've done, and congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you all down the road. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. Yeah, we're going to get closer to announcing our winners, but first we have an ambassador award to deliver. With that, I'd like to re-welcome Lauren and Dustin to the stage to announce the winner.
Thank you, Katie. I'm going to fill in for Marty Miele a little bit today. A lot of you know Marty is a chairman of our event, and he does an outstanding job and does a lot of work. And included in his work is being the head coach of his daughter's team, and they won their game yesterday. So their championship game is exactly the same time as our banquet today. That's where he is coaching that team. So Marty came up with this award a few years ago, the Ambassador Award, within the Minnesota All Sports Alliance wanted to create an award to recognize people that make hockey strong in our area. Pillars of hockey would be an appropriate term. Many of us at this table, out in the crowd, and our future class of 26 have or will experience hockey at many different levels across the country and even the world. But nothing compares to or holds a special place like hockey in our backyard, and that is mainly due to people that help grow our game. We wanted to create a prestigious award that goes to an influential leader who over the period of many years has been dedicated to the growth and development of hockey in Minnesota. This year's winner exemplifies everything in that definition. If you're a coach in this room, I think you know our winner. I'm going to bring Dustin Vogelzang up here. I said your name wrong, I'm sorry.
No, you did great.
I did all
great.
right?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
all good.
Welcome. Dustin's going to announce our winner and talk about him a little bit.
A Duluth native, Mike McMillan has coached at the youth, high school, and college levels since the early 1980s and has been a leader in player and coach development in Minnesota and nationwide for over 30 years. Affectionately known as Mac, Mac coached at the high school level for 30-plus years, beginning in Menominee, Wisconsin, before coaching youth and high school in New Ulm, where he helped guide the Eagles to the first state tournament appearance. He spent 18 years as a coach in Buffalo High School, 16 as a head coach. During this time, he was awarded Conference Coach of the Year 3 times, 6AA Section Coach of the Year, and 6AA 3M Excellence in Coaching Award recipient. Mac has served as the Executive Director of the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association from 2006 to 2024 and has been a board member since 1997. He has served in many capacities, including a Section 6 rep, clinic coordinator, and various other committees promoting and representing high school hockey coaches and players in Minnesota. Mike ensured that the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association was always at the table when any discussion about hockey occurred in our state. Mac has served in other capacities beyond the MHCA and the state and national level. In 1989, he began his commitment to USA Hockey Coaching Education Program as an instructor, and in 1995, he became the Minnesota District Coach-in-Chief, and in 2010, he was selected as USA Hockey's National Coach-in-Chief. Since then, he's led our CEP across the country and has also served on the USA Hockey Youth Council, the Player Development Committee, and he is recently elected to the USA Hockey Board of Directors in 2023. After serving several roles in Minnesota in USA Hockey Player Development, Mac began work in 1994 to expand development opportunities in Minnesota for players competing for the USA Hockey National Development Camps. He soon was named director of the Minnesota Hockey CCM High Performance Program, where he has built a comprehensive development and exposure model for all Minnesota players. Starting this HP program would change the landscape of player development and exposure of Minnesota player as a major factor to why today Minnesota has the most players playing college hockey and the most players of any other state playing in the National Hockey League. Mac's significant contributions to player and coach development had led to recognition by the American Hockey Coaches Association as of 2019 John Schnucks Kelly Award, numerous MHC awards, and a 2-time recipient of the USA Hockey President's Award. He has also been inducted to the Buffalo Hockey Hall of Fame and the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Hall of Fame. It is my honor to name my mentor, my friend, Mike McMillan, the recipient of this year's Ambassador Award.
Yeah, thanks, Dustin. Thanks, Mr. Hockey Committee, and thanks everyone in the audience. It's an honor, and I'm humbled to stand up here in front of you. And that was a lot of stuff, I guess. I didn't realize that, but they all intersect for one purpose, I guess 2 purposes: Minnesota hockey, but mainly for the players. So we provide the best thing, give them the best things possible to succeed. We hear a lot about staying home. Thank you. But also staying home, we also give them a safety net to make sure when they do stay home, we give them the best development opportunities possible. It's been a mission of mine, a mission of so many people in this room, your coaches, and everybody involved with Minnesota hockey. I do want to say one thing. Minnesota hockey is a little bit of a misnomer. You've heard some of the groups I've been involved with, but you know, Minnesota hockey is hard to understand, and Jamie can attest to it, Brian Lee, others who've traveled, been around different parts of the country. Nobody really knows what we are, but really what we are, and a friend of all of ours, Matt Maka, we used to talk about it a lot at the banquets and come into our meetings. Minnesota hockey really is mites to pros. And it's not one governing body. It's not just the Minnesota Hockey Coaches Association. It's everything from youth all the way through pros. So every organization that I've been involved in, it really have a common goal. So it seems like a lot, but really it's been one group of individuals that have really made this all happen, for all of the players up here and the parents who get a chance to experience, and the great coaches. I was just saying to Dustin, I made the list. I didn't take it with me because you told me I wasn't speaking. But in this room, we have 8 or 9 individuals that are coaching today. One person has got better hair than me, Garrett. But Johnny Ammerman, who I had a pleasure to coach back on a 16 team back in the day, but so many coaches in this room. Goldie, who coached my son, all involved with Minnesota hockey at some level. Player development, Coaches Association, giving back in addition to coaching their teams. And I want a heartfelt thank you to the coaches on behalf of me, because they're my teammates. So coaches, thank you. Players, congratulations on being up here. Leaders, thank you. And when you get a chance, players, give back, because it pays off. It makes us better. Thank you.
All right. Now for another award. Lauren's going to announce the winner of the Reed Larson Award as the top defenseman.
Hello again. This is an award that is picked up by Let's Play Hockey. The award is given to the top senior defenseman in the state of Minnesota. And Let's Play Hockey is a great organization, good friends of ours, and they do an amazing job. And we are honored to be able to present this award at this banquet. So this year's class of 2026, I'm going to have you guys stand up if you're here in attendance. Jaden Kurtz, you're here. Stand up, please. And Brandon Mickelson from Moorhead, you're here. Stand up. And then a couple other guys, probably Danny Browning from Minnetonka, are you here? Yeah, stand up. Awesome. Tate Hardicare, Minnetonka. Stand up. Thank you. And the last one that is probably not here is Griffin Sturm from St. Cloud Cathedral. I did see Griffin, didn't he win the Herb Brooks Award? Wasn't he that winner, I think? So great year for all of you. And it's an honor to be a finalist for this award. So I have the winner right here. For 25 and 26, the Reed Larson Award goes to Brandon Mickelson of Moorhead.
I'd just like to thank all my coaches and my family for being here. This year's been a fun ride, and I'm just super happy I came back.
All right, congratulations, Brandon. Now to announce the winner of the Frank Brimsek Award. To do that, I'd like to introduce Steve Carroll. Steve is the longtime goalie development coordinator for Minnesota Hockey and winner of the 2024 USA Hockey National Goaltending Developer of the Year. He's also a former goalie for Edina East High School and played for legendary coach Willard Icola on a team that finished second in state in 1977. Steve would go on to play for Mankato State, where he was an NCAA Division II national champion, a 2-time All-American, a top 10 finalist for the inaugural Hobie Baker Award, which was presented that year to Neil Broughton. Please welcome Steve Carroll.
Good afternoon. So Minnesota has long been known as the state of hockey, but it could very easily be called the state of goaltending. For decades, goalies from our state have starred on hockey's biggest stages as Minnesota continues to produce elite talent between the pipes. Andover's Maddie Rooney won Olympic gold with the U.S. women's team in 2018 in the Winter Olympics and a silver medal in 2022. This year, Lakeville native Jake Ottinger represented Minnesota on the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team that won the first gold medal for our country in 46 years. He became the 7th Minnesota-born goalie to play for the U.S. men's team in the Winter Olympics, further showcasing Minnesota's impact on the international scene. The tradition of goaltending excellence in our state began in the small northern town of Eveleth with Frank Brimsek, one of the first great American-born goalies. Nicknamed Mr. Zero, he recorded 6 shutouts in his first 7 NHL games with the Boston Bruins in 1938 and 39. He was an 8-time All-Star in his 10-year career. He recorded 242 wins, 40 shutouts. He won the Calder Trophy, the Vezina Trophy, 2 Stanley Cups, and held American goaltending records for decades. Another Eveleth goaltending legend was Willard Eichela, who lost just 1 game during his high school career, while leading the Golden Bears to 3 straight state championships. As the story goes, Brimsek once gave Eichela a pair of his goalie skates to use, several sizes too big, so Eichela wore multiple pairs of socks so they made the fit. Eichela went on to win 2 national championships at Michigan and a silver medal with Team USA in the 1956 Winter Olympics. He later became the coaching legend at Edina, leading the Hornets to 8 state championships. I was fortunate to be able to play for Coach Eichela at Edina East, and learning from someone who really understood the position like he did had a tremendous impact on my goalie development. Minnesota's goaltending pipeline remains strong today. This season, our state leads the nation with 24 goalies playing NCAA Division I men's hockey, 10 more than the closest state. Minnesota also has produced more NHL goalies than any other state in our country. In 2005, with the help and support of Mike McMillan, we started the Minnesota Hockey Dave Peterson High Performance Goalie Camp, providing elite training for our state's top high school goalies. More than 500 goalies have attended that camp since then, including current NHL stars Charlie Lindgren and Alex Lyon. Minnesota Hockey was the first youth hockey organization in the country to create a specialized development program for high school goalies, a model that has since been adopted across the nation. Goaltending excellence in Minnesota, which began nearly a century ago, continues to be as strong as ever today, carried forward by the next generation, including the 3 outstanding seniors who are finalists for the award today. And with that, it is my privilege to name Minnesota's top boys high school goaltender. Yeah. Okay. On behalf of the Minnesota All Sports Alliance and the Mr. Hockey Awards Banquet Committee, I am pleased to announce that the winner of the 2026 Frank Brimsek Award is Bryce Francisco from Hermantown High School. Congratulations. Thank you.
I would like to thank my family members, my teammates, and my coaches that came out to support me today. And I'm super honored to join a list of great goaltenders that have won this award.
And this year, we have a new part of our banquet. I want to tell you guys, whoever wins the Mr. Hockey Award today, you will get a ring from Jostin's Ring Company. You'll have a chance to help design your ring, and that'll come get shipped to us. And whoever wins that award today will get that in the future. But today, another thing that Marty Miele did is worked with this company to get a ring for our goaltender winner. So I want to bring up two gentlemen, River McDowell and Colin Stewart, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their company, and they're going to present the new ring that's called the Mr. Zero ring to Bryce as the first inaugural winner of this ring. Congratulations.
Bryce, congrats, buddy. Thank you. Absolutely. Well, first off, I just want to say on behalf of myself, my business partner Colin Stewart, and McDowell Stewart Fine and Custom Jewelry, we're absolutely honored to be here today. This is pretty special for us. Me and Colin grew up here in Minnesota playing varsity level hockey. By no means was I a contender for an award like this, so it's pretty cool to be here today. But yeah, I just want to say congratulations to all you boys out there today. This is a true milestone in your life, and you know, Minnesota high school hockey is by far the highest level of high school hockey anywhere in the world. So for you gentlemen up here today, take that to heart. Whether you win, lose, contender, finalists, it's pretty special. But without further ado, I'd like to present Mr. Bryce Francisco with the 2026 Frank Brimsek Award ring. Bryce, you want to come up here, buddy? So I put you on the inside. I got your last name in there and your save percentage that you finished off on the year with. No, I put your first name on the front because your last name's pretty long.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Buddy. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys very much. I want to say a big thank you to Marty and the rest of you gentlemen. I know Marty didn't get to make it today, and I just recently met him, but he seems like a pretty great dude, and this is amazing. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. David, nice job. Thank you.
Congratulations once again. Well, now time for our Mr. Hockey Award winner. With that, let's welcome the winner from 2005, Brian Lee. Brian was the first Spud to win Mr. Hockey, was a first-round pick for the Ottawa Senators, and played on 2 USA World Junior teams. Please welcome Brian.
Congratulations to all you guys on an outstanding senior season. Congratulations to your families, teammates, coaches, communities, as they helped you guys become the player and people that you are today. And without further ado, fill these up tight, huh?
Yeah, good adhesive on those envelopes, yeah. It makes you work a little bit.
Right. So this is special for me. On behalf of the Minnesota All Sports Alliance and the Mr. Hockey Awards Banquet Committee, I am pleased to announce that the winner of the 2026 Mr. Hockey Award winner is Titan Bergeson of Moorhead High.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you. Nicely done. You want to speak a little bit? Let's get that jacket.
I just want to start by saying I'm very grateful to be up here with these amazing group of hockey players up here. You know, I want to thank, you know, my parents, my brother, you know, the coaches, the coaching staff at Moorhead. You know, they've been great to me, and just thankful for all of it.
All right, congratulations to our award winners. Congratulations to our finalists. Let's give one more round of applause. This has been a great afternoon. We appreciate it. Yeah, this has been great, and thank you all for being here today. That wraps up today's ceremony. We want a reminder for the finalists and for the award winners to head back to this back corner right on the left side, Lauren, to be taking pictures with your plaques and everything later on. So thanks again for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays, and congratulations, everyone.
Okay, a couple more comments, please. I'd like to thank a few people before you go. I want to congratulate Mac. We spent a lot of years together trying to get this thing to work, and Mac was always awesome. And so congratulations, Mike McMillan. Thanks to Brian Lee for helping us out. All you coaches, all you teams, congratulations on an awesome year. You guys are just fabulous, and you make Minnesota the state of hockey indeed. We want to thank all our advertisers and our sponsors. Again, the Minnesota Wild is awesome to help us. All our advertisers on the placemats, take a look at them because they pay us some money and help us offset the expenses of this banquet, so they're great. Marty Mealy couldn't be here today, but we want to thank him for sure. And Nicole Carney's taking pictures, volunteering her time, and we want to thank her too. Now I get to celebrate a little bit of our Mr. Hockey history, as I always get to close this banquet. So, first guy I want to stand up, JT Wyman, where are you? Can you stand up? Okay. JT Wyman joins the Hall of Fame for Mr. Hockey. He was a finalist himself, 2004, I believe, right? And he had two teammates, Anguser and was it Page? Yeah, that were finalists also with you. Now you're back coaching at your alma mater at Blake, so well done, JT Wyman. Very nicely done. I don't know if we have any. How about Mr. Cullen? Is Matt Cullen here today somewhere? Is he here? No. Okay. Matt, of course, is a Moorhead guy. Was also an Ambassador Award winner for his being a pillar in the hockey community as well. So yeah. Okay. So I guess that any other former finalists that are here? I guess not. Okay. Thank you all for being here. You've been awesome. We'll see you again next year. Take care.